Here, the conversation comes full circle. I connect personal history with professional philosophy, how my values have shaped not only the work that I do, but how I mentor the next generation to carry it forward. It's less about designing objects and more about designing conditions, environments where students can build confidence, curiosity, and clarity. This isn't the end of the conversation, it's an opening for a longer one about the role of educators as a catalyst and the ripple effect of making space for others. I've had so many jobs. Like there's no such thing as work that I am ashamed of, because any job I've done like 100% honestly. So I've worked at Starbucks when I needed Starbucks money and insurance. I've worked as a construction laborer. I've been a teacher. I've been a designer and an engineer. I've worked as a painter, and all of those things put you on that type of path. Currently, I'm working with a regenerative farm 2 days a week over the summer while I'm off classes right now, in creating helping them with their regenerative path and their agricultural needs. And it is allowing me a moment, one, to reconnect to things that I love. Like I love plants. I absolutely adore following people that are creating seeds and like food production type stuff. I think that's wonderful. And then helping to rebuild and redesign all of this like soil that needs regeneration is really interesting to me. What it allows me to do is to then look at this from a perspective, not only like where does my food come from? Why does my food come from there? How do I make it better? And then how do I make all of my discoveries more accessible to people in this community? Because it's an underserved community. Farmers got time to farm. They don't got time to figure things out. And anyone that can help them get there faster, cleaner, and more effective is definitely something that needs to be there. But that's the designer, right? That is the designer way. You lose yourself in the process. You make discoveries along the way, and then you teach once you get there.
Speaking of farmers, I've got to tell you the story that I've just made a video on today. It's about farmers. They've tested the soil underneath solar panels, and they find that often the crops and grass grow better underneath solar panels.
And the Sun Belt is an incredibly harsh environment for things to be growing on. If you even look at, let's say, blueberries grown in Peru versus blueberries grown in the United States, due to the higher altitude and their access to those type of light rays, the levels of antioxidants in them is significantly higher than those grown at its native level. So that's the plant responding, in a different way. I have a greenhouse and stuff. The lettuce I grow in shaded areas. It tastes better and it thrives better. Right? Yeah. Things were meant to grow in different shaded environments and mid-level food forests